Hey guys, welcome back. This is our 2023 Canadian trip video. I'm going to give you a quick tour on the cabin behind me and what's around that. We got here Saturday. God, probably around between 12 and 2, I think it was. We normally, that's about normal time. We take the boats. We come here first, unload the trucks, get all the stuff in there, take stuff out of the boats that we have, and then then we come up and we dock the boats down there, and whoop, down there, if you guys can see them down there, we dock the boats there, and then we come up and unpack and get ready. My brothers, Scott and Jeff, and our really good friend, he's family, Gary. These guys are staying in this cabin here. Normally, when we started coming up here, when it was me, Scott, and Dad, this is where we would stay. And of course, Bud and Dad would stay here. I don't know if I've said anything, but they used to fish, not far from here at a lake called Bob's Lake, believe it or not. And they used to fish for just bass over there, I guess. But they heard about this place with word of mouth, and it's on the Bend property here in Parham, Ontario, Canada. Very nice people. These cabins that we have here don't have running water, so we have an outhouse, which is over my shoulder here. I'll take you over and show you that. They have recently, the last time we were up back in before COVID, they did put solar power, solar cells on here, so we do get solar power in there. We're able to charge our phones, anything with a USB port. They do have some lighting in there, but other than that, normal lighting in there would be off of propane lanterns that are piped in through the big bottles of propane on the side of it. I don't know if you can see them right there. The propane also runs the refrigerator and the cook stove. Eric and I, we're staying across the way over here. I'm going to show you. Right over here. That's called Dry Point. We're staying in there. That's a 3-bedroom cabin. Same amenities as over here. No running water, solar power, lighting, charging, and an outhouse. Thunderbox, as they call it up here, Thunderbox. Yeah, so we haven't been up here since COVID. I want to say, let's see, it was 2020, probably. I would dare say maybe 4 years. We haven't been up here, but fishing's been really great. We've got 19 walleyes so far. Well, it'll make that 20. My brother just got one this morning. Scott there. Myself, I got 7. That's 9 between Eric, Jeff, and Gary and Eric got the rest. So I'm the leader so far. We'll see what happens. Gary, Jeff, and Scott are staying in this cabin. So we're calling this the old guy cabin because they're old guys. I'm not much far behind them. And all that good stuff. So, hey, stay tuned, and we're going to give you a tour of the cabin. Here we go. All right, guys, this is our cabin. The old guys are staying in this one. Normally, like I said before, my dad, myself, and Scott would stay in this one. Later on, Eric, my nephew, who is right there, is my older brother, Jeff, in the blue sweatshirt, my nephew. Family friend, Gary Urban, very nice man. Was a good time. This is his room here. Used to be my old room. That's where I started. As we move around, we go through the main part of the cabin, the sitting area. These cabins were built over 100 years ago by Roy Ben, the owner. His dad and a friend of his milled this wood and put these cabins up back in the 30s, late 20s, early 30s. We moved to the kitchen area there, or the seating area for the dining area. My brother's room is in here. My brother Scott. And as we go into the kitchen / dining area, we go to the second or the third room. Here is where my brother Jeff was staying. This used to be my dad's room when he was alive. We had good times in here with Dad and stuff. Now we turn around. The kitchen area, that's my older brother Scott, who's cooking breakfast at the time. I did dinner. That's all of our food and stuff for the week. There's not a whole lot of room for storage in these things, and the refrigerator's propane run, so every now and then we had to make sure it was still running. I think he's making, I can't remember if he was making Eggs Benedict or maybe French toast that day. There is a fireplace for all those nights it did get cold. We did use them. we did end up using the fireplace there. Again, we're going from the living room into the kitchen into the sitting area, and now we're going back out onto the porch area. It's not a bad time. Now Eric and I, we stayed in a room across the little bay area there, little cove. That was called the Dry Point. So that's it for that, guys. Stay tuned. All right, so we're walking up to the other cabin where me and my nephew are staying. Eric. It's beautiful here today. Yesterday was kind of a washout. It rained, but we fished. That's when they caught them. Overcast days are the best times, I guess. Early morning, evening time, so on and so forth. This is the area. There isn't electric to these cabins. These cabins are totally solar power for like charging up phones and lights in there, and no running water. You got to do it camp style. There's an outhouse up there. That's the outhouse, the bathroom. Hey, welcome back. On board of the Miss Jane with my brother Jack, my nephew Eric Jack in the back, and my brother and Gary are way over there somewhere. Okay, so hey, we're hooking up a little bit. We'll show you those videos here coming up soon, and now we got to get my brother Scott to get one, and Eric needs to hook up with a walleye. It's his turn, their turn. So other than that, guys, beautiful day out here on Long Lake in Ontario, Canada. Now behind me, right there and right there, are the cabins that we rent for the week to go come up here to do this for fishing. Like I said, my dad started this probably 20 some years ago, wouldn't you say, Jeff, with his buddy Bud? Yeah. Forever. It's been a long time. They started at a little pond lake type thing. Bob's Lake. That's what the name. My father's name is Bob. Can you imagine that? Where they were fishing for bass, they would use leopard frogs to fish. Then I don't know how they found this, word of mouth or whatever, but we've been started coming up here with him, and then he passed away 4 years ago.
It was during COVID.
Yeah, 2020. No. Just before 2019. It was Thanksgiving the day after.
No, 2020. It was November of Thanksgiving of 2020.
Yeah.
Just after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, just after Thanksgiving. He passed away. So we're going to try to keep this within our kids so that they can come up here and enjoy this while it's still here. So we'll talk to you in a bit.